Hi everyone, it is Memorial Day weekend and in our house that means tater tots. A girlfriend of mine is having a big party down by the lake today, and so I'm going to make a big batch of my special treat. In order to get there, we need to start with magic dust, which has just a few ingredients in it. It's really easy, and I do use it for my tater tots, but I also use it for a number of other things. I like to always keep a batch on hand to add to sauteed green beans. Oh my gosh, amazing. Our neighbor who doesn't even like green beans said he loved them with hot sauce on them. I also really like putting them on chicken or pork. I feel like it might go really well on salmon, but I'm not a fish eater, so you'd have to let me know how that goes. So really quickly, I'm gonna make a big batch, so I've upped the quantities from the recipe online. I am going to put a cup of brown sugar into the bowl here. And I wanna make sure that that is a full cup. That is the base of the mix. Then I am going to add 3.5 tablespoons of seasoning salt. Now, just like I've said before, I use what I have on hand. Right now, I've got some Johnny's Dock seasoning, my grandmother's favorite when I was growing up, and also some Lowry seasoned salt. Either of these will do, even anything else that you have in your pantry. Just a basic all-purpose seasoning salt is what you need. And we are going to do 3.5 tablespoons. Now, I have to tell you, I know if this is your first video or your first recipe that you are working on, you may not know what tater tots are. They are easily described as little bites of heaven, little bites of bacon heaven, I should say. They are tater tots wrapped in cheese and bacon with, as I mentioned, some of this amazing seasoning on them. My original recipe that you might find online includes using this dry as kind of a rub that I sprinkle over the bacon before I wrap it with the cheese and the tot. But what I've been doing more recently is actually melting it down into a sauce with some water, and I found it a little bit easier. The next ingredient is going to be 4.5 teaspoons of some kind of smoky seasoning. So right now I've got either ancho chili powder, smoked paprika, chipotle chili pepper. Again, whatever you have on hand. It's not a make or break item. So I think actually today I'm gonna go with ancho chili powder, and that is 4.5 teaspoons. I kind of measure, you can see, but oops, it goes a little low over the place, and that's okay. That was 2, there's 3, there's 4.5. It doesn't have to be perfect. And it doesn't have to be clean either. Look at this mess I'm making. You guys, I'm just too excited about these to keep it all in the bowl. All right. And then the final ingredient is cayenne pepper. Now, if you don't like spice, you can keep this out. That's no problem. I am going to put 1 teaspoon in here because this is a big batch. And I like a little spice. All right. Once you've got that, then we just whisk it up. And you can keep this in your pantry in a Tupperware container if you're making the dry mix. If you want to cook it down into a sauce with some water, I would just add 1/2 cup of water in a small saucepan, heat it on low and give it a few stirs until everything dissolves. And then you can keep it in a sauce, or in a Tupperware container in the refrigerator. It won't last long. A couple of batches of tater tots, maybe some green beans and some chicken for dinner one night, and it should be really good. So enjoy. Thank you. Let me know if you have questions. Bye.